Hey guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University. Captain Marvel, issue number 17. Not too shabby. This was fun. I thought this was going to be a little bit booty because I saw the previews for it. I'm just like, are they really just doing a girls' night out where they're just going to do the same thing the guys do and play poker? It seems a little whatever, okay. No, that actually wasn't the case. In fact, it really felt a lot more like they were just like Ben Grimm was supposed to be there. There's supposed to be, the game that he's hosting, but at Carol's house, whatever, because it's always Ben Grimm who does the card games, right? That's his thing, and it's one of the few things that actually keeps Ben Grimm relevant anymore. Used to be the most popular character in comics. The most popular character, and I don't know where that went. So if they just like suddenly usurped his game, I'd be upset. But there is a mention of Grimm in here. He couldn't make it or something. Okay, cool. Dig on that. Definitely dig on that. Let's get to about who made this comic book. Let's go on from there. So this issue is called Game Night. Writer is Kelly Thompson, guest artist Francisco Mana, and guest colorist Carlos Lopez. VC's Clayton Cowles doing the letters, and Pepe Larez and Marty Gracia do the cover art. So Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan, shows up, and she's all like, hey guys, thanks for inviting me. Here's a whole bunch of cool board games we can play. And Carol's like, we're playing poker. Wolverine's like, wrong answer. Like, even Hazmat's like, really? Jessica Jones, I'm not taking off my sweatpants and putting on regular clothes, whatever we're doing. So, Ms. Marvel's like, listen, I can't actually play poker because, well, she doesn't say it, but Ms. Marvel can't gamble. She's a Muslim. In Islam, Muslims are not allowed to gamble. It's strictly forbidden. It actually goes very similar in hand with usury. So any kind of usury, like interest. So, in fact, it actually says anybody who takes part in usury, it's actually in the Quran, it says this, then you have declared war with Allah, which is, imagine signing a declaration of war against God. Yeah, no thanks. Count me out. I'm just saying. That's me. That's my opinion on that. All things being what they are. So she absolutely cannot do this. She's like, well, maybe we can make an exception. Yeah, you can make kind of an exception, except, hate to say it, there's also rules against using dice. And most of these games, minus Twister and I think Trivial Pursuit, I don't know, it's been forever since I played Trivial Pursuit, but most of these require using dice also. Anyway, whatever. You know what? There's just so many rules, and people follow the rules, people don't follow the rules, people don't know the rules, people say these aren't rules, whatever. It is what it is. There's actually many, many sects within Islam, just like there is in Christianity, so there's that. Anyhow, so she's like, I can't play. But maybe we can go do something else. So Jessica Jones is stuck putting on jeans. Actually, I think she's still wearing her sweatpants. I think Jessica Jones would look great. Jessica Drew. Hey! Where's Jessica Jones? Whoa, I just noticed this. Oh, Kelly Thompson done screwed up. That's it. Kelly is canceled. Kelly's canceled. We're done here. How is Jessica Jones not here? Plus, let's be realistic. Who the hell wouldn't want to see Kelly writing that crazy dialogue between Jessica Jones and Wolverine, getting into a little bit of a snippy thing with each other, right? Nobody's following me on this one. Anyway, this was cool because they decided this is a very Kamala Khan story. They take her she takes everybody to Escape from New Jersey. Great play on Escape from New York. Where's Snake Plissken? And this issue was way better than Escape from LA ever was. So there's that. Anyway, I enjoyed this. They have to find a way to get out. I don't know where everything is necessarily coming from. It seems as though it's all coming from the Nexus. First appearance of a new character in here. He's probably not going to go anywhere. I don't care. It's actually pretty cool. The guy's just really cheesy. The guy is super cheesy, and he's meant to be that way. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they were trying to prop this guy up to be something. No, he's the cheesiest dude there. He's got people dressed up in his game room thing. He's got this guy dressed up as MODOK, another guy dressed up as Galactus. Really cool costumes, too. I'm wondering where BroDoc was, though. Isn't that a Thompson creation also? Bring back West Coast Avengers. Hashtag it. This was great. You know what the best part about this comic book is, though? Because, they had a guest artist, and this is kind of it's not a filler issue. Like, this is just, it's not a filler issue. But it's kind of meant to be a filler issue. It's one of those issues where it's like, we've been doing some storyline, some hardcore, boom, 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 some seriously traumatic stuff has been happening, right? And now we decided, you know what, let's just take a break. Let's take a break, let's take a chill, let's just do a card game night. All right? But yeah, anyway. So I enjoyed it. I like the way they did this. I'd like to get more into comments below if you're questioning how all these things happen, because it looks like Wolverine's claw should have just straight up melted off, right? Right? Except there's actually, you know what? There's actually, okay, I'm going to get into that in a moment, because I'm going for a no prize. I'm going for a no prize. I need Marvel, somebody at Marvel at one day to give me a no prize. This is one of my bucket list things, all right? So I'll get to that in a second because it's going to be a spoiler. But anyway, first, I want to point out Francisco Mana should be given a very special contract with Marvel that he always draws hair. No. Hold on. Hear me out. Don't just click off like I'm some kind of crazy person here. No, I think that Francisco Mana should be given a very special contract where he is now allowed, he's paid like $50 per page, whatever it takes. Okay. So that's like what? $1,000 per issue. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. All he draws his hair. So everybody from this point on just has to draw the characters bald, but Francisco comes in and he goes over the comics and he just draws in the hair. I don't think that's so hard. Because I'm saying, look at everybody's hair in this. Look at everybody's hair. Bruh. I still got my COVID non-haircut thing going. I got to cut this thing one of these days. It's a mop, for crying out loud. But like, even Wolverine's hair looks great on that. Look at Carol's hair. Like, dude. Anyway, so I'm going to go for my no prize now, okay? Wolverine's claws, okay? He thought that there was, spoiler territory, he thought that there was Antarctic vibranium right over here. So he's like, oh no. So he goes to, cut, and it's like, his whole claws start to melt. It's not like the metal comes off the bone. No, the whole claws actually start to melt. They start to just come right off. Well, it doesn't make sense because he's got the bones under there now, right? Here's the deal. Since the Nexus is only able to affect one person at a time, okay? The water was real, the room was real, but he's only able to affect one person at a time. He's got the cameras, So he's like, Wolverine's going to try and cut things. I'll make him think that it's Antarctic vibranium, so as soon as he unsheathes his claws, they're going to melt. Now, the Nexus doesn't know that his claws actually have bones underneath. No. He thinks that they're just regular old claws. Probably still thinks they're in his glove, just like back in the pre-issue number 8 or 10, whatever it was, 7 in Classic X-Men. I'm saying. Check this out. So Wolverine, of course, like it infects his mind. He doesn't realize it's mind control, so he sees it and he doesn't question it. And why would anybody else there question? Who else knows the physiology of his body? Am I right? So there, that's what it is. He was like doubly mind controlled, affected, whatever, the illusion, all of it. Because that's what the Nexus does. Going for my no prize here. Rather than just start criticizing everything, this is an easy excuse to make. Also, if I did see anything else in here, if there was one other thing in here that I really would have liked to see, I would have really liked to see that Kamala Khan remembers that her first true mentor, her first true team-up, was actually with Wolverine. That was back in the early issues of the original Ms. Marvel comic book, which were freaking epic. Actually, I think that would have been Ms. Marvel Volume 3. Who was doing that? G. Willow Wilson was doing that. Like, everybody loved that comic book. Everybody read that comic book. Pretty sure that Ms. Thompson would have reviewed that comic book at some point. Either way, it's not really her job to do that in this, though, because this is a Carol Danvers comic book. So, you take two other characters, and it would have been nice, though. Honestly, it would have been nice if she'd just been like, the team up is back. Remember, you owe me a gyro. But no, unfortunately, that didn't quite happen. That was like such a memorable thing, for me at least. That was such a memorable thing in the comics, with the horrible way that Wolverine was drawn in that costume back in the day. That part was just so memorable to me. So I just kind of wish I would have seen that. But whatever it is, what it is. Anyway, good comic book. For a filler issue, this is the way you're supposed to do it. I love the way that all of this is written. I love the way it was drawn. Love the hair. I got to go get a haircut. And I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, make sure you click that like on the way out, too. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.